G'day everyone, it's the Boomer Nerd, also known as George Tasker, and I'm going to get on to a bit of a problem that I've stumbled across. One of the things that's entered my mind to pursue is the possibility of going into picking up software that has been abandoned by other developers. For example, there's one bit of software I have on my phone that has not been updated since 2013. I've sent an email to the developer and I've got a robot reply, so I'm just waiting to see whether or not they are able to do something. If there's no response, I'm pretty tempted to try and see if I can reverse engineer. Why have I got that there? Blows that away, that away, that away. Oh yeah, of course, that's what I remember now. One of the things I was considering is the option of Abandonware. Now, I was looking at this virtual camera. I run virtual camera and found ways of dealing with that. We'll talk more about that at another time. I can probably shut off that for now. Oh, here we go. Abandonware. So I decided to have a quick look at this particular one down here. I'm just going to have a quick look and read. It's pretty interesting. What is abandonware and is it legal? Websites that formerly offer paid software for free do so with little or no illusion of legality. However you feel about torrent and ware sites offering paid software and media, it is clear they are illegal in most countries. There is one type of site that manages to avoid most scorn: abandonware sites like Abandonware, offering all manner of games free to download. Many of the sites have been up and running for years, which begs the question, is abandonware legal? What is abandonware? The term abandonware refers to software that no longer has active support or the copyright is no longer enforced actively. Software usually becomes abandonware because the company that owns the rights to it has gone out of business or has been sold to a new owner who's not interested in continuing development. Okay. With that said, some software becomes abandonware through an official announcement by cooperation with its developers. Source code for the video game Descent, for example, was released by the game's developers in 1997. Numerous other games have had similar treatment. So they're talking about games here mostly. It's not games that's my area of interest. I'm more interested in so-called business programming stuff that lets you do useful things rather than entertains. Is abandonware legal? So is abandonware legal for download? The simple answer is no. Abandonware is not legal. Even if the creator abandons a copyright work, it does not become public property automatically. The copyright on the work exists until the copyright expires, the duration of which varies from country to country. Typically, the copyright of a video game will last for 70 years, up to 125 years. How then do sites like Abandonware stay up and running? Surely it's a constant stream of litigation landing on their digital doormat. Like most laws, punishment only occurs if you get caught and the opposing side is willing and able to make the charge stick. Herein is why, although abandonware is illegal, it straddles a delicate grey enforcement area. Why am I yawning at this time? I wasn't yawning until I started getting onto this video. Must be that stupid mindset of mine. If it gets too bad, I just might have to pause the video. The majority of content on abandonware sites no longer have an owner to enforce the copyright actively, so no one can sue. In other cases, the owner still exists but does not enforce the existing copyright. For example, you can find classic action-adventure game System Shock on heaps of abandonware sites, yet the copyright holder, Electronic Arts, does nothing about it. Okay, so I'm going to just jump down here. Is Abandonware safe? It depends on who you're downloading from. Major abandonware sites like My Abandonware and Abandonware are safe, serving thousands of users every day. These sites also host almost every abandonware title, so you don't need to head into the unknown depths of the internet to look for some sketchy. Check out the best sites where you can safely download an old PC game for free. I might just look those up later. So it says abandonware is illegal. Is it piracy? Yeah, sure, but so what? Tim Schafer of Double Fine Productions, responsible for a bunch of games. Most of the game makers aren't living off the revenue from those old games anymore. Most of the creative teams behind all those games have long since left the companies that publish them, so there's no way the people who deserve to are still making royalties off them. So go ahead, steal this game, spread the love. So what's the difference between GOG? I don't know about GOG. Yeah, alright. Not particularly interested in comparing abandonware sites. You probably won't get into trouble for downloading an old game, firing it up in an emulator and playing the heck out of it. And it tells you how to do it. So they're saying, yeah, it's illegal, but if you want to do it, or here's how to do it. So in other words, it seems like their general attitude is they don't particularly care. Okay. I started checking out a bit of news here. Perhaps when you use Bluetooth tags to track your stolen items. Okay, it was a tile tracker hidden in the car, quietly transmitting its approximate location over Bluetooth. That does the crosstown hiding down the block from my own as police detained the surprise driver. When the tile tag pinged me with the last known location, I showed up expecting the car to be abandoned. I quickly realised it was still in use, with one person looking through the trunk, another napping in the passenger seat, so I called the police. In April this year, 1 month after my car was stolen, Apple released a $29 AirTag, bringing an even more effective Bluetooth tracking technology to a much wider audience. Similar products from Samsung and smaller brands such as Chipolo, testing the limits of how far people will go to get back their stolen property and what they consider justice. The technology has unintended consequences. It basically gives the owner the ability to become a mini surveillance operation, said Andrew Guthrie, a law professor. Apple's been careful to never say AirTags can be used to recover stolen property. The marketing for the device is light and wholesome, focusing on situations like lost keys between sofa cushions. The official tagline is "Lose your knack for losing things," and there's no mention of crime, theft or stealing in any of the ads, web pages or support documents. But in reality, the company's built a network that is ideal for the exact use case. Every compatible iPhone, iPad and Mac are silently put to work as a location device without their owners knowing when it happens. An AirTag uses Bluetooth to send out a ping with its encrypted location to the closest Apple device that passes the information onto the Apple Cloud. That spot is visible on a map in the Find My app. The AirTag owner can also turn on lost mode to get notification the next time it's detected, as well as leave contact information in case it's found. Apple calls this the Find My network, and it also works for lost or stolen Apple devices and a handful of third-party products. The proliferation of compatible Apple devices, nearly 1 billion in the network around the world, makes Find My incredibly effective, especially in cities. Apple device owners are part of the Find My network by default. but can opt out in settings, and the location information is all encrypted. All the tracker companies recommend contacting law enforcement first, which may sound logical until you find yourself waiting hours in a parking lot for officers dressed as a relatively low priority crime and having to explain to them what Bluetooth trackers are. The Times shares stories of two people who tried to use AirTags to track down their stolen property. One man tracked down his stolen electric bike and ended up pedalling away furiously on the now out-of-power bike as the suspected thief chased after him. And an Ohio man waited for hours in an unfamiliar drugstore parking lot for a response from police, eventually travelling with him to the suspect's house, where his stolen laptop was returned to the police by a man holding two babies in his arms. Some parents have even hidden them in their children's backpacks, and pet owners have hidden them in their pets' collars, adding that the EFF Director of Cybersecurity sees another possibility. The problem is it's impossible to build a tool that's designed to track down stolen items without also building the perfect tool for stalking. Damn! Hidden kill switch and a real GPS tracker that works over 4G. After getting your car stolen 3 times, you're probably doing something wrong. Commentary. Okay, let's bail out of that. I get easily distracted. Some plastics over 50 years old, the patch bleeding increased tenfold per decade. So they've pulled out about 30 odd tonne of plastic. You can turn that plastic into products like sunglasses to be sold on its website. Oh, it's always good. Alright, so looks like Abandonware is going to be reasonably safe. I'll just see what else they've got to say about Abandonware before I... Okay, what makes a software program Abandonware? Abandonware games. Damn, there's a lot of bad stuff about Abandonware. What's this say? Just Google Play. How did that show up in here? Abandonware community. Oh, I see why Google Play showed up, because of the search term I put in. Alright. Games. Most of it's about ways. Yeah, not too much spoken about. Anyway, let's have a quick look. Programs without support or updates considered abandonware. Where to download more abandonware packs to software. Abandonware doesn't necessarily mean the program's no longer available for personal download, but instead means it's simply no longer maintained by the creator. And I think that's the way I would look at it. There's no technical support, and it patches, updates and service packs are no longer released. In some cases, even copyright infringement is ignored by the creator, because everything about the software is abandoned and left as is without a second thought to how the program's being used, who's selling it or reusing it. There are multiple reasons software program could be considered abandonware. It hasn't been updated in a long time. The developer feels no need to release a new version. Commercial program is no longer supported, but the company still exists. A business owning commercial program no longer exists. Ah dear. And I was trying to get my phone to behave itself. For some reason or other, no, it won't mount it. Alright, I have to find a way to... oh yeah, that's right, I was going to look up Nemo. In fact, I might do that now. I'm going to jump around a bit this time. There's no particular... Oh, maybe I'll just finish this one off and then I'll go and look up Nemo. Commercial programs no longer supported, but companies still exist. A business owner and personal owning a commercial program no longer exists. The business purchases the rights to a program either directly or indirectly through business acquisition, but then doesn't continue for development. Finances restrict the creator from further developing the software. Yes, that can happen. Software can only be used with older hardware and operating systems that are no longer available or mainstream. A developer releases a newer version and abandons the previous one. The developer has passed away and isn't anyone in charge of the project. Old shareware is released by the developer but isn't maintained. Licensed server necessary for a program to activate and work is permanently unavailable, and the related software cannot function. In all of these cases, the same general concept applies. The entity developing or owning the software treats it as a dead program. How it affects users. Security risks are the clearest that the abandoning a software program has on the users, since upgrades are no longer released to patch potential vulnerabilities. The software itself is left open to attacks and is considered unsafe for everyday use. Abandonware also no longer moves forward when it comes to features and other capabilities. Not only does the program not improve, but it also likely becomes unusable in the coming years, compatibility-wise, as different operating systems devices release that the program will probably not support. Abandoned software can still be purchased as used software from existing users, but abandonware isn't available for purchase from the official developer. This means if a user has missed out on buying the software through our official channels, they no longer have that opportunity with the abandonware. Users cannot get official support for their software. Since abandonware means that there is no longer support from the company, any general questions, technical support requests, refunds, etc. are left unanswered and seemingly unnoticed by the creator. Is abandonware free? In actuality, abandonware doesn't necessarily mean freeware. Although some abandonware may have once been downloadable for free, that's not true for all abandonware. However, since the developer is no longer involved in the program's development, most likely because the business no longer exists, it's often true that they don't have the means and or desire to enforce the copyright. What's more, some distributors of abandonware get approval from the copyright holder, so they are given the proper permissions to give out the software. Basically, whether you're downloading abandonware legally is entirely circumstantial, so it's important to check with each distributor specifically where to download it. Okay, not interested. Abandonware can apply to other things besides just software, such as mobile phones and games. The same overall idea applies to device or game is abandoned by its creator and left without support for its users. Some programs could be considered abandonware if the commercial program is owned by a company but no longer supported. However, if that same program is archived and offered for free, it might be considered by some to be no longer abandonware. Abandonware is sometimes considered different than discontinued software in that the developer hasn't officially released a statement that the program is being discontinued. In other words, while all discontinued software is abandonware, not all abandonware is always considered discontinued software. For example, Windows XP is considered abandonware since it applies to the above concepts. Updates and support no longer available from Microsoft, but is also discontinued software since Microsoft released an official statement. Okay, alright, so it looks like it could be pretty safe. One of the particular items I'm looking at is about been nearly 8 years since there was a release last made for it, and it's an app I personally found very useful. It still runs on my phone, luckily, but it may not do so for very longer, because there's some apps that when I transferred from an older phone to my newer phone threw a message at me saying that it's getting a bit long in the tooth, essentially. So I'm at a situation where I'm thinking to myself, well, I want to do something, and probably the best thing I can do is go hunting. Nemo MTP handling. So the file explorer I'm using doesn't handle MTP devices, and that's getting a bit annoying to me, so I'm going to look it up. Okay, I'm using Nemo unknown flawlessly after installing GFBS /MTP. Alright, let's go and look for that. So I'm going to bring up Synaptic, because that's the quickest way to find stuff. Put the password in. Okay, there you are. Now it's set here GVFS. Search GVFS. So that'll be something to do with file systems. Right, there's GVFS. Is there any MTP? Well, that's as useful as tets on a ball. Let's go and look for MTP. Okay, so we've got MTP. I wonder if there's a Nemo. Okay. Alright, I'm going to have to do a bit more hunting. Okay. Okay, here's... Huh. Okay. Going to hunt for this because media transfer protocol, GBSMTP, and that's APK RPM blah 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 blah. Mount point, where okay, we'll just type in Nemo. So somebody else has gone for that. Let's go back and have a look and see if it's in there. It's in there. So why is it not working? Okay, so they're all installed. Okay, let's take a look at the options. Go to preferences. Plugins. Let's just take a look at plugins. Says wallpaper, file roller. Alright. One doesn't implement mount. Okay, let's see what else I can find. Because we're not getting a lot of success here. Don't need that anymore. What's this? those. And blow that one away. We're going to be a little bit quiet here for a while. I'm just going to pause. Looks like we don't have any ability to. Okay, well, we're just going to do a recording stop and I'll come back and stitch it all together. Okay, so currently I'm using Nemo as my main file explorer. One of my reasons I like to use Nemo is that I can right click on a folder and then do an open as root, which I think which Nautilus cannot do. So I changed all of my default file explorer stuff over to Nemo. Anyhow, right now at the moment I'm having a problem. I just remembered I've got to go and get my phone. I've left it in the bedroom. I'll go grab it and we'll see if we can do something with it. Alright, I've gone and grabbed the phone and here we go. I've just plugged it in. It then asks me, can I allow the thing to access the data on this phone? And as you may have noticed, just down here it showed my phone popping up, but when I click on it I get this message. It says unable to mount, volume doesn't implement mount. And apparently it's got something to do with the fact that it's an MTP device. I'll just go and check the USB outputs on it. USB, tap for more options. It says connected device, use USB for transferring files, Android Auto, and then it's got USB tethering as well. Not exactly sure what USB tethering is about, but when you use that option it seems to make the share disappear. So what I've done is I went in and did a thing and I found out it was 8 years ago, so I'm going to have to limit the question, and in Yandex it says past month. I wouldn't mind if it gave me some, no, I don't want languages. Okay, alright, there we go. That's probably a better, even that one's 6 years, 8 years, over 6 years ago. Okay. Now, after you are colored, string you get from Nemo. Just run. Okay, so what we can do is we'll drag this over here. We can do a list of USB devices, ls USB, and it has, amongst other things, our Samsung electronics A5, and it shows that it is an MTP device. Alright. Okay. Now, oh wow, got a bit of loud music going on behind. I hope you don't find it too disturbing, and I don't particularly care too much. It sounds more like a YouTube video. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Alright, so how do I find the device? So I should take a look. It says here ID on bus 011. I'm actually a bit curious about this. Just bring this up. We'll go to File System, go into Dev. Do we have any USB devices here? No USB devices. By path. What does that do? Quite a few things there. That by UID, by ID. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we've got a lot of Samsung drives. Oh no, that's the 500. So that's the 500. That's the 1000. And then there's a couple of others here I don't really understand. By label, data Linux system. That'll be that one there, that one there. Doesn't show the other one. That's interesting. Alright. Yeah, okay. You can go away. Return such and such. Okay. Not particularly happy. So I'll turn that on. Do the search again. Well, that one disappeared. Did I get a text come through? It just suddenly gave quite a rather... Oh yeah, that's where I was going to... Oh no, I think I blocked it already. Yeah, blocked it already. We've got a spam call during the break, and oh, here we go. Display CD accessible path. All right. Oh, that's a copy. That's a copy of an old... Damn, gonna have to watch that. Somebody gives an answer. And it was not too good. Okay. Alright. Session launched. Yeah. Says continue this thread. Okay. Don't need to run GBFS or whatever. Okay, so we'll pop back. Oh, this is 1 year ago. So I added this to my using light DM. Syntax. exit with session. So dbus launch. I wonder, does that actually work? Dbus launch. Oh, it does give some temp bus. Seems to launch it. It's not enough if you want auto mounting. Okay. Temp dbus. Let's go and take a look at that. Alright, I want my thing again, and we'll go back up to the top. TMB. dbus. Do I see dbus here? I don't. Oh, it sounds like he's listening to Fresh and Fit. Okay. Alright. No, not what I want there. Abstract. Anyway. Nope. Nope. Okay. When was this one? 4 years, 8 months ago. Takes Android device. That's interesting. Let's give that a try. GBFS minus mount minus L. Huh. Command not found. Okay. GPS fuse. Alright, let's go and see if I've got that up. GPS. Yeah, I've got that. I'll go and see what that has to say. Paint fuse mount. POSIX applications. Started by GBS daemon. Point, the mountain point is exit or home. Yeah, okay. Run / user fuse interface. Alright. Fuse mount to make single threaded. Okay. Alright, that's not giving me what I want. Kill 300 PKL GBS. That's worth a try. Get the following commands. Okay, they're all installed, so I'll just simply do GBFS. That caused an interesting response. Right. Alright. And run Thurner again, okay. Alright. Plugins. think I'll go and kill off Nemo. Right, you Nemo. I'm gonna kill you. One day or another. I'm gonna kill ya. I'm gonna kill ya. Oh, one day. There we go. Die. Right, now I can bring it back up again. Hear that? Alright, let's see what happens this time. Oh dear, look at that. I got in. That was one of the most helpful things I was able to do. Kill Thurner and kill GBFS. Okay. So I want to go into the phone, and at this point in time I'm going to search for APKs. Oh, look at that. Got a few APKs in here. Now, so I've got some of these. Job Master. Might actually get rid of those. Don't really need those to be down that in there. They're just, amongst other things, taking up space. Better idea. Yeah, delete all. Damn, this darn thing's slow. Infowars. How did I get Infowars there? And then I've got two others in here that I really don't want to be here. Delete, delete. Damn, that's slow. Oh, it's all in the download directory. This darn thing's supposed to be stopping me from getting into other bits and pieces. I'll find out in a moment. Oh, one of them's gone. Come on. It's taking ages. Why? Open containing folder. Wow. Why is everything running so freaking slow? Cancel, go away. Right. Now it doesn't want to start up again. Alright. Ah, yeah. Okay, I got rid of that. Try again. No, it's decided it's going to take forever and ever. Amen. That is freaking annoying. Wonder what happens if I kill it. Maybe that's what I'll do, because it's annoying the heck out of me. That's better. Okay. Cool. Go away. There, that's better. Alright. Gonna go into the phone. Gonna go into Android. Nothing. Okay, let's do a quick hunt here. Doesn't indicate anything. Profile. Okay, gonna go back a bit. This time we're gonna hunt for profile scheduler. There it is. Phone, Android, data. That's where it's found. Anyway. That must be what's doing it. The search. Yeah, the search is doing it. Trying to hunt through 128 gig, and it's taken forever. Okay. I'll come back to that in a minute, because I've got another question I want to consider. From Android. Installed software. Android. Oh, finally brought it up. It says there's no items. How? Alright, let's take a look. Ah, there it is. Alright, let's go back. We'll go profile again. it must be taking a while to just simply... Where am I now? Okay. There's part of our problem. On the wrong drive. Let's go... No, don't want card. BROF. Okay, it's got nothing in it. So where are we going to find the data? Is there a way of finding out? Let's just see if we can find out something else. Just go into the app itself. No, what am I looking for? Looking for the profile scheduler. There it is. So it's moved. Click on the edit button. No, cancel. That didn't work. Let's do manage. Ship megabytes from Smart Switch. Okay. Not telling me where to find it. How do I find out? Because these buttons are obviously just shortcuts to it. Alright, I'm going to go back to Brave and see if that on Android. Okay, top 5 ways to extract any app on your Android. Through your smartphone. Don't tell me about that. So the Android devices, saving phone memory, installing apps not available on Google Play. The Play Store. So we've got APK extractor. Oh, that might help. Okay. Fast and support. Split APKs. Extracts all. Not required. Well, I don't care about the rooted ones. I just care about the ones that we already install. See Play Store, app info. Alright, we'll whack that in, see what that does. Okay, install it, see what that will do for us. says it will soon be installed on my device. Okay. Contains ads. As long as it does what I want. Is that the only one it's got? File Explorer. Oh yeah. Alright, File Explorer. I'll take a quick look at that. I've got a File Explorer here. What's that saying? Better put on my glasses I like to use for the phone. Disk map. Define configuration, configure buttons. Okay, no, I'm going to bail out of that one. We'll try this other one. Ah, apps. Okay. Okay. There it is. So what are we going to do with that? Oh yeah, backup. So I might just uninstall the other one. Okay. No. How do you like that? I got the wrong one. Backup. Now, I've already backed it up, but I don't know where it backed it up to. Alright. Let's go get to File Explorer. Everything is running slow. Because if this is going to do what I think it will do, now what am I getting? It's no fun. Oh, okay. Right. Sorry guys, but business to do here. Okay. Even that one's taken a while to die. Come on. There you go. Yeah, good little Vegemite and die. Gonna try it another way. No wonder I'm having trouble. 77246. 77246. Gonna try and kill it. Still shows up on the list. Alright, let's see if we can finally let it go. Alright, try again. Oh, yeah, I know what that is. Okay. Alright, let's try and refresh it. Okay. Yeah, it's better. Right. No. So we'll do a hunt for APKs. APK. So where do I find it? That is annoying, to put it mildly. Okay. Library. No. Backups, apps, there it is. Alright. Well. We'll just go back in here again, and it shows it there. Alright. So that's going to be the quickest way to get into it. Phone. Is it backup or backups? Backups. Apps. There it is. Right. Now, as I said before, I considered this particular one abandonware. So, we're going to copy that. Question is, where am I going to put it when I come in? We've got SRC. Just make a new directory, I think. What's books in here? C++ books. More C++ stuff. Alright. I'm just going to create a new directory. Call it profile. That'll do it. What happened then? No. Oh, that's better. Breaks in a nicer spot. So we're going to paste. Okay. No, I'm not going to open it with any of those. We want to see if I've got an APK tool here. APK. No. Okay, we've got to go and look at how we're going to extract the data out of that. So I'm just going to blow this up, blow this down and put it away. Alright, I'm not going to bother with APK thingy because I can get what I want from another tool. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, now I've got a way of doing it, so I don't need to bother anymore. There we go, and up to 45 minutes. Alright, well, we're going to have to cut it off soon. Okay. We can probably blow that away, Do I have anything here? I can blow that away, and that. Get rid of that, blow that away, get rid of that. I'll take a look at that later. I want to know more about Firebase. Right. Yeah. Right. Trait base. Composition is preferred over inheritance and not Center 2K conference. I think that's a bit of a joke, but anyway. Immense proliferation of multiprocessor CPUs. Parallel programming is now used to support at the programming language level rather than primitive OS calls of 20 years ago. It brought in asynchronous programming primitives, async wait, parallel coroutines like Go routines in the Go language, or channels in D. Composability semantics like observables with reactive programming. Pixels no longer a relevant unit of measurement. Garbage collection become a common way of safe programming. Yeah, knew about that. Newer safety models are also emerging, like lifetime semantics of Rust and snarky jokes in code reviews. Jokes they've always had jokes inside in the code. 3 billion devices run Java. That number hasn't changed in the last 10 years. So there's only so many people in the world, I suppose, and they're trying to get rid of a whole stack of us. So package management ecosystem, essential programming languages. People simply don't want to go through the hassle of finding, downloading, installing libraries anymore. 20 years ago, you used to visit websites, download zip files, copies in correct locations out of. Yeah, we did. But I agree. I'm just as lazy as the next bloke. I just want to download a program, install it, and run it. So I think what they're doing there is a great idea. The idea of dynamic linked libraries was a good idea back in the day. You had these common bits of code that you wanted to be accessed by other libraries. And the general premise behind that is it saves space on your hard drive. And of course, back in those days, 5 megabyte hard drive, 10 megabyte hard drive, that was the bee's knees. You consider that a bit of a paddock. These days it feels like what do they call them? Those things. Oh damn! I've forgotten the name of it. Those tiny little holes which you climb into and live in, and they're low enough that you can't even really stand up on them. That's what it feels like now. You want the paddock, you need 8 or 9 terabytes. And even that can get cramped if you throw enough video material on it, or comics, or books, or whatever. Being a software development team now involves all team members performing a mysterious ritual, standing up together for 15 minutes in the morning, drawing occult symbols with post-its. Oh, I think they're sort of joking there. That's a bit of a joke. Obviously somebody's highlighted it. Okay. Language tooling is richer today. Programming language used to compile and perhaps a debugger. Today they usually come with a linter, source code formatter, template creator, self-update ability. Well, that was around about the time that I was bailing out. But what is a linter? What's a linter? Okay, what is a linter and why your source team should use it? There you are. A linter. Linters and other static tools in their development process. Some integrated idea preference, others automated by running them as an additional step in their what? CI? Command line interface. Isn't that CLI? Also, some run both ways. The tool analyzes source code to flag programming errors, bugs, stylistic errors, and suspicious constructs. Yeah, okay, I can sort of see that. It's a bit like the spelling and grammar checker that you have in a Word document. Microsoft has a grammar checker, and you can turn it on and you can be typing away and it will underline it in blue and say, is this good grammar? First, linters used to check the source code and find potential optimizations for compilers. For overviews, many other checks and analysis have been included in the process of linting. You know, I haven't seen a linter tool, so that's going to be something new, and that's something I'll be looking for Kotlin. Actually, now would be a good opportunity to look for it. Kotlin linter tool. Oh, bit too many. Why do they call it anti-bikeshedding linter with built-in formatter? So it's all in one. Katie lint or detect which linter to use. Well, okay. Best 23 Kotlin static analysis tools and linters. Okay, so there's quite a few products out there. So if I look for a linter, static analysis, security issues. What's that saying? Brakeman is a static analysis security tool. It's beneficial to find potential security issues. For instance, it runs checks looking for SQL injection when using active records. Kind of engine. SourceLab supports lots of engines in different languages. JavaScript has some tricks. One of the most famous is the difference between and double equals and triple equals. Good practice avoids much debugging time to always use triple equals. If you enable, for instance, ESLint to check for that, it can tell you what part of your code is using double equals and even replace it for you. Every experienced programmer knows important tricks and improve it. Problem is, what about newcomers? How can you pass this knowledge forward? Even senior programmers can miss a technique or two, so why not let automation software do it for you? Okay. Clear performance check. Turn anything beyond lots of linters for different programming languages. Okay. You may have to write your linter, even though it's not too likely in our industry. Checks for HTML accessibly, blah blah blah, and makes code look like it's written by a single person. Yeah, look, you can have a certain style, and it may not necessarily be formatting. It could be the way you put your variables together. It says it prevents bugs. If only that were true. It'll prevent some bugs. So it's part way into a unit test. Spreads awareness and ownership over code quality. Controls technical debts. Or design scale deep chains of if statements or too complex methods. Yeah, that's right, because methods are really only supposed to be about 20 lines of code and no more, or thereabouts. But there's always ways of dealing with that too. Technical debt insertions. Brakeman for Ruby, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. Of course, it doesn't mention anything about Kotlin now. Okay, so that's that article. Which linters should I use? Static analyzers at for Kotlin. Okay. Bikeshedding. What do they call it? An anti-bike shedding. I want to see what that's about. Law of triviality. 9% of people in the world disproportionate rate to trivial issues. Job is pre-planned. May spend the majority of time on unimportant. Okay, all right. I'll just go in and take a quick look. Why is this so freaking big? I'm gonna have to bring that down a bit. Yeah. I'll leave it 140%. According to its term, as a metaphor to illuminate Parkinson's law of triviality, it says the committee whose job is to approve plans for nuclear power plant may spend its time majority on relatively unimportant but easy to grasp issues such as what materials to use for the staff bike shed. Ah, damn! On the directing design. Oh dear! Now I get it. Ah, damn! That is, I find that really humorous. Oh, oh dear. Dear me. Oh, the things you can find out. Oh dear. Alright, okay, so now we know what anti-bike shedding is. It's an English expression. Dear. Kotlin linter with a built-in formatter created by Pinterest. Oh. Tries to capture or reflect official code style from Kotlin lang org and Android Kotlin style guide, and then automatically apply these rules to your code base. Lint checks and can automatically fix code, and it claims to be simple and easy to use. As it is focused more on checking code style and code smell-related issues, Lint inspections are working with abstract syntax tree generated by Kotlin parser. Lint framework has some basic utilities to make the work with Kotlin AST easier. Oh, that's abstract syntax tree, okay. But anyway, all inspections work with the original AST node. It's been developing since 2016. 3.8k stars, 309 forks, and 390 closed PRs. What's PR? It's got 15,000 lines of code. Okay, so you get quite a bit. So the rules divides on standard experimental rules. Unfortunately, the number of fixes and checkers in the standard rule set is very few. 20 rules, and inspections are trivial. Can be used as a plugin via Maven, Gradle, or command line app. Rules in Lint. You should modify editor config file. It's the only configuration Lint provides. Actually, you can't configure specific rules, for example, to disable or suppress anyone. Instead, you can provide some common things like the number of spaces for indenting. In other words, Lint has a fixed hard-coded code style that's not very configurable. Properties should be specified under blah. If you want to implement your own rules, you need to create your own rule set. Lint is very user-friendly for creating custom rule sets. In this case, Lint will parse the code using Kotlin parser and will trigger your inspection as visitor for each and every node of AST. It's very mature and useful as a framework. 3.8 stars. Detect is static analysis tool. Blah blah blah. Useful as tries to find bugs in the code. It's focused more on checking of the code. There's 100 plus rules that check this code. What? Oh, okay. 3.8k stars and 3.2k stars. 200 stars. Based on Java format. Tic-tac, 150 stars. JetBrains is one of the best IDEs for Java. And Kotlin called IntelliJ. This IDE supports a built-in linter, however, it's not a well-configurable tool. Okay, so linter. Bikeshedding. I'm gonna that one's gonna make me laugh for the rest of the day, I think. Oh dear. Okay. Best analysis tools. Can handle any type of project with 70 plus embedded linters. Runnable on any CI system or locally with assisted installation. What's the time now? I have to get moving. Just remember I've got some things I've got to do. Okay, so right now I think that we've done plenty. It's gone over an hour anyway. So I'll stop recording and we'll start up some more recording later on. I'm George Tasker, your Boomer Nerd.